Welcome to the podcast. We're going to be doing a podcast today on the profit engine tuning. And one of the things we're going to learn today, which is interesting, is how to calculate your lead costs. So why don't you stay tuned and we'll go through all the little details. We're going to have a very special live session of training on how we actually go through each little detail and make sure that we quantify and qualitize each individual Facebook and Google element. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk really quickly about what's going to happen in the next session as you get into our actual tuning of profit engines. What we're looking at is the profit engines tuning. We do this weekly, right? For all of our clients, we're actually weekly going through their numbers to get ad spends in Google and Facebook, especially if they have a lot of spend, down as close to as the lowest possible denominator that we can get for the most amount of clicks and conversions. So in this case, we're looking at an example. I'm just going to show you kind of an example, then we'll get into the meat of this. We've got 10 clicks, 5 conversions, and $100 worth of cost of ads. So usually if we have issues with conversions and clicks, we look at the copy and we look at the ad structure. That usually gets us more clicks. The conversions, if we're having problems with converting people to leads, meaning that filling out forms or phone calls or getting emails, we have problems with mechanics of the ads. There's a demographic mismatch, or the outlay of the ads, the way geographically where it's being positioned. Even some of the aspects of how we put the ads together, combined with the ad copy, we want to kind of tie it together. Again, $100 ad spend with 5 conversions is a $20 per conversion ratio. And our cost per acquisition, CPA, for a lead, we want to get that down as low as possible. So we want to increase the amount of clicks by getting better cost and better ad structure and having as many clicks as possible hit. And then we want to have as many conversions as possible, right? So that's all the things I just talked about, mechanics and demos, and get that $100 spend to come down so that we can get more, a better cost per acquisition. So we're going to go through each one of these little pieces. We're going to it's about 10-15 minutes of just start. We do a few of our customers so you can see what it's like. But this is good because you'll see actually what goes on in the real world of an agency tuning their sales funnels to help a customer have a better cash outlay for their leads.
All right, guys, let's hop into our profit engine review of the week. Let's start with our med spa over in Summit. Cool sculpting campaign. Looks like right now we're running Facebook only. Knock, what do you see for Cool Sculpt over the past 7 days?
There's been 11 conversions at $42.
42 per?
Yep.
Fantastic.
That's not entirely accurate, though. We also have a little bit of PPC. We have a $2,000 budget for a little bit for injectables and some for hair removal. So I'm going to give you the conversion numbers on those.
Okay, let's run through them one at a time. So this is just for Cool Sculpt?
Yeah, for Cool Sculpt, you have... Actually, no. You have Botox and we have laser. That's all we have for PPC.
Okay, cool. So let's move on to Botox then. What do you see in AdWords?
We got 2 conversions at 90 each.
Okay, nice. And Facebook?
5 at 91.
Fantastic. So Facebook's going down. That's great. All right. What was the second one that you have in AdWords?
Laser hair.
Laser hair. All right. Let's get down to that in a second. Let's do first visit promo first in Facebook.
2 at 118.
118. Okay. So that's a big jump. What do you think about that?
I think that's pretty high. One of the things that we were taking a look at potentially doing in order to decrease these acquisition costs was potentially creating some Spanish ads as well to A/B test and see how those perform, as well as male-specific ads that we can then use Facebook's demographic filtering to then target those directly to males. specifically for laser hair removal and cool sculpting.
Those are good ideas, but is there a seasonal element to this? Does anything happen in October, November, or it's year to year, it's consistent, and we're just having a
Well, we haven't worked with this client for a full year yet, so we don't have any back Facebook data on
Okay.
the fall winter yet. And Ryan, I think what you said is a good idea, but I want to talk specifically about the first visit promo right now.
Okay.
So the first thing you said about splitting a first visit into Spanish. If we're going to do that, then we need Spanish landing pages as well, and we can do all that. You just need to assign it to Jerry, and he can translate.
Could we just do lead ads in Facebook based off of a Spanish ad?
Yeah, we certainly could. We just need to translate the follow-up campaign.
Okay. Yeah, that way we can do a more of a rapid rollout, and then if we need, we can build a landing page around that.
All right, I think we should give it one more week. I mean, the numbers have been really, have been great up until now, so maybe it's just an outlier week. So I'm going to put a comment on here. This one more week. Retweak if needed. All right. Okay, so you said you have laser hair in AdWords.
Yeah, based on the volume we're doing, you only have one conversion that came in at 138.
One at 138.
And that's a pretty good acquisition cost on that. That's a pretty high margin service.
Okay, great. The last thing that we have is the social giveaway that didn't do as well as we thought, and we had said, okay, let's switch it up to a product that they can mail people.
Did you want the numbers for the laser hair in Facebook?
Oh, you have it in Facebook now too?
Yeah.
Great. What do you have?
7 at 56.
Awesome.
That's great.
Really great. All right, Ryan, so any feedback about the social giveaway? Are we switching that up?
Yeah, I talked to Sony about that. He's going to work on getting me over a product for that. He said he has some different things that we can try. I think we're going to scrap the one that we previously ran, just not send anything because it didn't perform up to par. But he's going to give us something moving forward to implement.
Awesome. All right, so I'm just going to put a note. Ryan's still working on details. All right, fantastic. Let's move on to DR. Botox. We decided that Aqua's going to add more keywords to try to improve the AdWords side, which hasn't been performing very well. Any improvements there, Ak? Or Mike?
There's no change really. The conversions this week were on the Peel promo, so there weren't any conversions on Botox.
0 on Botox. Okay, and how much
Right.
was spent?
119.
119.
Yeah.
All right, so I think it's time to make the call to move all the Botox budget into Facebook. You guys agree?
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, Knock. What'd you see in Facebook on the Botox side?
Botox 3 at 24.
Okay, so Ak and Knock, can you guys manage the shifting of that budget?
Yeah.
Shifting all Botox budget into Facebook. All right, spider veins. This was AdWords only.
There aren't any conversions this week, but there's only 109, 106 spent.
106 spent. Okay, how about VIPL?
We have 6 conversions at 17 each.
Wow. 6 at 17 apiece. So that's a massive improvement. Was there anything done? I mean, what do you guys see on that?
Well, it is kind of like a kind of niche, kind of specific procedure, unlike Botox and like even like the spider vein stuff is kind of big. So that might attribute to it. Also, the type of ads we're running for it. It's search with display select, so we're getting on the display network as well as the search, so we're kind of getting both of those exposure that way. So
Okay, great. And in Facebook, first visit.
First visit 3 at $19.
nice. nice. Finally, it's
Great. So you finally got that turned around.
Yeah, I think turning it into a lead ad is what did it.
Perfect. All right. What do you guys think about spider veins? Ryan, is that a high-end procedure? Do you know?
I think that can work with the Facebook. If I'm not Facebook, both Facebook and pay-per-click. I would just leave it. So we did have a bunch of conversions initially with this stuff. It slowed down, but I think if we could tweak it by going in and seeing where on the extended network it was displaying and make sure it still shows there, I think we can fix this.
Yeah. So it looks like in September it was converting really well.
Yeah.
We were getting $14, $40 conversions, and then it just kept going up.
Yeah, some of it has to do with seasonality again. This is something that I've harped on with some of these guys is depending on the season. I mean, laser hair removal is now the thing. Moving into summer, some of that takes off more again. Same thing with the sclerotherapy, which is the spider veins. Moving into winter, it may not be as much of an issue, so you might see a decrease there.
Yeah, the shorts are going away.
Yeah. That's a good point. So Ryan, do you want to have that conversation with the client to maybe to turn off spider veins until the weather gets warm again and move it into some procedures that'll perform better in the winter months?
Yeah, I think we should go ahead and pause that, and we need a new promotion for them anyways. So I can definitely get that a new new promotion.
All right. So then the call has been made, guys. We're going to pause that in AdWords and we're going to move that budget somewhere else. Spider veins until springtime. Okay, cool. So Ryan, you let us know when they've decided what they want their next profit engine to be for November, and we'll get it added.
Perfect.
Okay, moving on to scoliosis. We've got a VBT retarget campaign running in Facebook. Knock.
3 at 35.
Fantastic. Exactly the same as last week.
Okay, so that's it for this episode. We'll catch you in the next one. We can go through more stuff. If you're interested in this type of output for your practice or your company, let us know and we'll help you out with getting your sales funnels tuned up.